Okay guys, this is Todd with Survival Sherpa. Continuing our Ax-Manship series, I wanted to talk to you about the poplar that we wanted to split down. We can use it, it's green now, but we can go ahead and split it down and use it for firewood, or we could use it for part of the bedding that I want to do inside my shelter. So, hang on, let me show you what we've got going here. A little splitting operation. Already split up one piece long ways, and I'll show you how I'm doing that and a couple of the technique and some of the tools. So this is, when I made this maul, had some leftover pieces here of red oak, so I simply made wedges out of those with my axe. So these two wedges here and the maul and an axe is all you really need. So this will be used once we get a split going with the axe to begin driving wedges in to bring the split all the way down the length of the log. Okay, also off of that red oak that fell last summer, found a Y in there and just cut the Y with my bucksaw and cut it to where I had, I don't know, about a foot or so on the Y ends, and maybe 8 inches down here below, and that is basically used to balance the piece of wood that I'm splitting, the log that I'm splitting. Now these logs here are, they're probably 6-7 foot maybe. So what I want to do is have not only a back stop right here where my axe was not going to ground into the wood, but I've also got a Y there so that when I set this log to be split inside the Y, it gives it some kind of cradle so that it's not rolling around on the ground. Alright, so with this one piece that we've already split, we're going to lay it right in here. It cradles really well inside this Y piece that I've got here, and it's down in the ground just a little, and when I hit with this axe here to start my first split, then there's enough room in there that I can get the axe in and then get a wedge going. But I'm going to move it up just a little bit so that when I hit here, it will spread a little bit. I've got a little bit of room in between each Y. But this is not going anywhere. Okay. And once we get a split going with the axe, we're just going to come up here and relieve the axe with this wedge here. So with a maul, we're just going to drive it in. Now, what's going on now is I'm hitting the outside or the edges of this Y right here. So I just want to get that out of there and bring it on up a little bit. Now I've got two wedges and my axe if I need it. So I want to make sure that I'm going down between these Y's so that my wedge doesn't go through and blunt on the wood. Freeze up this wedge. I'll just work my way down. This is really not the width that I'd like, so I'm going to just split this again with the axe and see if I can't bring some of that down. we were bucking these, I don't know, 200-300 yards out. You had to carry them back. You wouldn't want to cut them up in fire length sizes because, well, you can't carry that many that way. So you cut them, you know, 6, 7, 8 feet long, depending on the weight of them and your physical condition, and carry them back to camp. When you get here, you set up your splitting just like this, or however you'd like to do it. Set it up, and then once you get these rails split, and of course we're assuming this is green, obviously, but if it was seasoned standing dead timber, then once we split these down with our wedges and our axe, then we can take that and buck it with our bucksaw. A lot easier than carrying firewood length rounds back to camp. So we transport the big log back, split it here into rails, and then we can buck it into fire length sizes. Okay, guys, we're set up now. Roll this log over, turn it over, and use this notch here to lay our rails in. And what we'll do there is we will buck it using this as to just help hold the wood in. And what I've done is I've taken my 2 wedges and drove them in just a little from both sides, just to make sure that I've got a good steady platform. All right, let's see how she works. So now we've got that. We can take that and split down further if we'd like. But for drying, that'll be fine. So we just bring our wood back up. Whatever length, if you've got a stove in your shelter or your cabin, you could cut it whatever length you like. Perfect. All right, so there you go, guys. We've gone from bucking, or actually felling the tree. We bucked it, brought it back to base camp. We split it, and now we're bucking this into firewood lengths with a buck saw. All right, guys, appreciate you watching, and until next time, keep doing the stuff Self-Reliance. Take care.